Hello, this is Melissa.
And this is Kat. Hi.
Yep.
Yeah, we're here.
I'm so tired from helping mom and dad move.
I know, we're just going back.
My brain feels like jelly. We helped our parents move from the house they've lived in for like
8 years, 9 years?
about 8 or 9 years into a new townhome. Congrats, Fred and Kathy.
Woo!
And then we also went to a wedding. Mm-hmm. My like whole body hurts.
And we're just going back to do it again.
And we're going back, this weekend.
I mean, they're only moving like maybe 4 blocks, like less than 4 blocks, honestly.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. You still have to put everything onto a truck and take everything off of a truck. I pulled a washer and dryer up 15 stairs.
Yeah.
A washer and a dryer.
Tragical.
So this time,
We're here to tell you why
101 Dalmatians.
is tragical.
All A's. Dalmatian, all A's. There's no O.
She learned something this week.
Dalmatian. No O's. Thought it was
No.
a no. Not a no. I love Dalmatians.
You do?
If I wasn't allergic to dogs, we'd have a Dalmatian.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
They are very
They're
cute.
the cutest puppies. They're the cutest doggies. How
They
can
get
you not love
big, though.
Dalmatians? See, I like a nice big dog. Get a Great Dane. We should get a Great Dane.
I just like cats.
Yeah. If I had a dog, it would never go outside because they never come home.
Yeah. That's
I would abandon it.
Other than you being severely allergic.
Yeah, but we could get a cute little poodle or something.
Yeah,
Imagine
we
having
could.
a tiny little poodle. I'd probably get a big poodle, actually. Dinah would eat a tiny poodle, I think.
Yeah, she would swallow it whole.
So, Kat,
Yeah.
I got some fun facts for you
Love fun facts.
from the IMDb,
Always.
the International Movie Department
Isn't it database?
Bureau. I just made all of that up. I don't know what any of it stands for, even though we use them in every episode.
I always switch the D and the B.
IMDb.
I always switch them.
Yeah. Did you see that candle?
Yeah.
I think a spirit is trying to contact us.
It's going. Oh.
It's doing it again. I don't like it.
Hello?
Flicker if you're a ghost. Oh, do ghosts know they're ghosts all the time, though?
Flicker if you are a living being.
Flicker if you're DTF.
Your ghost wants to fuck you. Wait.
Hell yeah.
That was
a living
scary.
booty call. That was so weird. Anyway, back to IMDb. It just says Internet Movie Database. So
okay.
I thought it was international, but it's internet.
We got 3 of the 4.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's why it's a little B.
Because it's database.
Anyway, here's some fun facts
Not about IMDb.
about 101 Dalmatians. About 101 Dalmatians.
101 Dalmatians.
101 Dalmatians.
Hit me with them.
So when all the puppies are born and there's like 15 of them, and then, okay, spoiler alert, one of them like doesn't make it, but then like comes back to life, and there's 15. That actually happened to the writer of the book 101 Dalmatians, Dottie Smith. Her dog actually had 15 puppies.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It gets more freaking wild. Okay, so the author of the book, Dottie Smith, also love the name Dottie, Dodie Smith, was a successful playwright and a novelist who had 9 Dalmatians of her own. So obviously she kept some of the puppies, or she had...
Most.
Are you kidding me? She literally had 9 Dalmatians.
That stresses me
She's
out.
a psychopath. I'm just kidding, Dottie. I love you. I love how I just like
Maybe
built...
it's Dodie.
Maybe it's Dodie. I built her up and then I tore her fucking down. I was like, best name ever.
But also you're
How
a
the
psychopath.
fuck did you have 9 Dalmatians? Okay, here, it gets better.
Oh God.
Okay. She was a successful playwright, novelist who had 9 Dalmatians of her own, including one named Pongo. Hey.
Cute.
She got the idea for the book when a friend was at her house, saw the dogs, and said, those would make a lovely fur coat.
No.
Dottie, you gotta ditch that friend, sis. Dodie, you gotta ditch her. I hope she never invited her for tea ever again.
That's horrifying. What the heck?
Imagine somebody looking at Dinah and being like,
she's the only one that would have enough fur for it.
Right. Dinah, I want to make I would make that. Your cat would make a nice pair of slippers.
That's horrifying.
I would punch that bitch in the throat.
The fact that she would look at I don't know, I guess for me again, any animal and think something like that, but let alone a domesticated animal and say,
oh, what a lovely coat your doggies would make.
Horrifying.
People are
name
are wild.
Cruella to kill.
Yeah, something like that.
She just changed some letters around.
I have no idea. This fact this made me kind of sad. Okay, so Disney was in debt following the flop Sleeping Beauty. Did you know Sleeping Beauty was a flop?
Yes.
How depressing.
Look at it now.
That's one of my favorite movies. And they desperately needed a hit. There was even talk of closing down the animation division of the company and only focusing on live action television and theme parks. Mm-hmm. So without the flop that Sleeping Beauty was, we may have never gotten
101 Dalmatians.
Well, I was going to say the theme parks, but also 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, that's why it's her castle there too.
They basically needed this. They needed this movie to work, they were going to close animation forever, and then we would never have any more animated Disney movies probably for a really long time. So it's a good thing it did good.
Yeah.
What else do you have for me? Internet Movie Database. Oh, Kat and I noticed this one. At around 35 minutes, characters from Lady and the Tramp are shown in brief cameos during the Twilight bark scene.
We quite literally shouted.
Kat was like, look, Tramp's on a car. And then I was like, look, ladies in the streets.
And then it's all of the...
Peg and Jock is one apparently.
Yeah, he's one of the first ones.
Yeah, so that was cute.
Love that. Yeah, he's Jock is the one that like first hears the Twilight bark.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I literally said, isn't that the Scotty dog from Lady and the Tramp?
His name is Jock. That's so cute.
Yeah, I didn't remember that.
Fuck on Sarah.
Fuck on Sarah.
Oh my God, this literally it's just a big no for me, dog. In the book, Roger is not a struggling composer, but a financial wizard who helped wipe out Britain's national debt. That's so lame.
Riveting.
And then we wouldn't have had Cruella de Vil, the smash hit that it is, if Walt Disney Pictures didn't change it to he's a struggling composer.
Could you imagine him just crunching numbers throughout this whole movie?
Yeah, he's just like a financier. Is that a thing? I just made up a job.
Boring as fuck either way. Sorry if that's your job, but I'm really horrible at math.
And then this fun fact is for me and only me.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, no, whatever it is.
Lucille Bliss, the voice of Anastasia in Cinderella, also sings the Canine Crunchies theme song.
Oh, my God. Wait.
Anastasia's just in there Canine Crunchies can't be me.
Wait, I love that.
And it's funny because in the movie, she can't freaking sing.
Yeah.
Wait, is she the fluter? No, she's the flute. Anastasia's the flute. Drizella can't sing. Well, Lucille, my girl / Anastasia, she can sing, and she can sing the Canine Crunchies.
Wait, but I love her name. Lucille Bliss?
I know, right? That's not even a real name.
There's no way that's her government name. That is not on her birth certificate.
She probably changed it. This is 1960s Hollywood, so.
Oh, definitely not her real name.
Somebody was like, what's your name? And her name was Kelsey Smith. And she was like,
Lucille Bliss.
She was about to say ball. And then she was like, Lucille Bliss. She had Bliss X in her pocket. I don't know.
Bliss X in her pocket.
There were so many fun facts for this movie. I highly suggest we're going to put the link in our show notes, as we always do. Woo. There were so many fun ones, but those ones are my favorites.
I'm changing my name to Cat Bliss. Kind of like it.
That sounds like almost a disease.
It sounds like a romance novel writer.
I got Cat Bliss, and I had to...
Stop, you can't say it as one word. It's two.
100. First of all, 101 Dalmatians.
It's a lot of dogs.
But also, you say it like that every time. 101 Dalmatians. But you could say 101, 101.
Yeah.
I love that the movie is called 101 Dalmatians. Do you know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
101. I thought about it, and I was like, everyone says it that way.
101.
Even though it's not spelled out. This movie came out in 1961.
Yeah, it looks really good for that year.
I don't think the entire movie from beginning to end doesn't look like it was made in 1961. The opening freaking credits.
Yeah.
look so good.
They're so pretty.
What the heck?
It's all hand drawn.
They did that with like motherfucking paper and little
Paper.
laminate sheets.
Yeah.
And it looks so great. That just the opening credits alone. By the way, forced credits. They force you to watch the credits at the beginning of the movie, as they did.
And they're pretty long forced credits too, actually.
But they're so fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's like upbeat music.
Jazz music.
Yeah. And there's spots jumping around and the spots are drawing and they're making sheet music.
Yeah, it's super
and
cute.
It is so cute.
I like it.
I love it so much.
It's probably honestly, like looking back at all the ones we've watched so far, one of my favorite forced credit opening scenes.
Yeah. The rest of them are usually just like Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. It's just credits.
With like
they're
background
beautiful
stuff.
and like hand drawn, but it's not like moving. Like this was like movement. It was really cool.
It is really
It kind of
cool.
reminded me of like Monsters Inc.
Yes. Very
The
similar.
opening credits are one of the coolest parts of Monsters Inc. I love the opening credits.
That probably
I don't know
is
why.
my favorite of the opening credits for any movie.
Yeah, because in Monsters Inc. it's all the doors opening and all of the
little
monsters going
monsters.
through the doors, and like this kind of reminds me of that. Like it's
Yeah.
moving and it's fun and all the little spots are so cute. I want a spot. As a
Love
pet.
it. Love it.
So this movie take place
In London.
in London.
I feel like we've been...
She's back, baby.
Oh no. I feel like we've been in London for a while.
Hello.
Oh no.
Welcome to London.
I'm so sorry to any of our English friends across the pond.
That was actually good.
You know, so there's this thing called code switching, and it's where you don't realize that you really do it, but you'll like either switch like accents or like the way you speak around certain people. I realize that I will randomly say things in a British accent all the time. Like I will literally, when I go back to ask if I can go on break to my managers, I say, "Can I go on break now?" And I do it every day, every single day, for no reason. For what? I'm not British.
I do it all the time, yeah.
Right. It's so weird.
I also just watched The Crown. And then what did I watch before that?
We were watching RuPaul's Drag Race UK.
No. I watched a show before The Crown and they were all British too.
Bridgerton.
I watched frickin' Bridgerton. And then I watched The Crown. I watched the first two seasons of The Crown like 15 years ago
Right,
when
when
I
it
was
first came
10
out.
years old. And
You know, when Netflix was around.
I just rewatched The Crown because I wanted to rewatch it from the beginning through all 4 seasons. And so, yeah, I do it all the time now. I'm just constantly talking in a British accent.
I've always done it, but it's been a lot more like recently.
So we're in London
Yeah, we are.
and we're at a bachelor flat.
Sounds like a good time to me.
And the narrator, spoiler alert, is Pongo,
The Dalmatian,
the Dalmatian, and his pet's name is Roger.
who's a musician.
He is.
Yeah.
He's good. He does like little ditties. What are
like-
those called? Jingles.
Jingles. Mm-hmm.
He's a jingler.
He's a jingler. He plays piano.
That's what's on his Tinder bio.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Jingler.
And then he had a cello, I think.
I'm sure he can play
Plays
tons
all
of
of it.
instruments. Yeah. He seems like quite an accomplished musician. He could probably play the recorder with Prince Eric. And my friend Meg told me what instrument it was. Let me see. She texted me it. And I was like, send me a fucking picture. Prove yourself.
What is it?
It is a fife.
I did. You know what? I should have thought of that because like the fife and drum, what they used in wars and shit.
Yeah, because look, it's got a bunch of holes in it, but you play it, straight. Or does he play it sideways?
No, he plays it straight.
Yeah, that's why we were like, it's a fucking recorder. It's a fife. Thank you, Meg McMermaid.
Appreciate you.
We love you. Meg is my friend that we are so obsessed with James Norrington. It hurts my soul. Like I can't even think about how much we love him. So it's a fife. He plays the fife. You're all welcome. Prince Eric's Fife Co.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Our small
Get your
shop
fifes
name.
here.
Get your fifes here. Oh no.
What are we talking about?
don't know.
Roger's a musician.
Oh yeah.
Can probably play the fife.
I'm sure he can. So his dog Pongo, who is the one narrating, is roasting. He is roasting Roger.
He's had enough.
He's like, this man is single. I'm tired of living in this bachelor pad. There's just sheet music and stuff everywhere. This man's needs a woman's. He needs a woman's. Pronto.
He needs somebody.
Yesterday.
In 1961, yeah. There's no other option.
Well, does this movie take place in 1961?
I would say so, yeah. Like the way they're dressed and
Yeah.
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 Like the big
I guess London fashion then, yeah, would be different then.
London.
Please stop.
I can't.
Please stop.
So we love the British.
We really
You guys
do.
sound so good.
We sound like trash. What if we did this whole episode in British
Who has
accents?
ever said, oh, American accents are so sexy and nobody ever on earth.
Right.
Pennywise could take me down a drain if he had a British accent. I'd be like, let's go.
That's what would do it for you.
Also, if it's Bill, I'm done already.
It's your man.
I'm in love. I love him so much. I want to float. What are we fucking talking about? So Pongo's looking out the window. He's trying to find a lady friend for his best friend, dog's best friend, Roger.
His man.
That's the name of this episode. Dog's best friend, Roger.
It's so funny because Pongo calls Roger his pet.
I mean,
Pongo's the pet.
so he's looking out the window and he sees a bunch of ladies, but they all look like they're dogs, which is like the best part of this movie.
It's so funny.
Oh my God, I don't know dogs. Why did I do this? There's like a little Frenchy bulldog, right? That's a French bulldog. And his owner is too like hoity-toity, so not her. And then there's like a frumpy artist lady, and she has a really long-haired, I don't know what kind of fucking dog that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's illegal is what it is, because it's scary. And he's like, not that one, nerd. And then
Weirdo.
just roasting bitches out the window.
He already roasted Roger. Now he's going to roast these random women and their dogs.
Pongo's an asshole.
It's picky.
Then, what's the other one? There's another one.
There's a poodle.
Oh, the poodle is with the fancy lady, right?
Yeah, I think the French bulldog had that squat, like chubby lady.
The French bull, that makes sense. So the bulldog, it could not be a bulldog, you guys. I don't know dogs. She's like short and squat. And I mean, Roger's like really tall. He needs him like a decent sized bitch. You know what I mean?
At least chin height.
I would like to be referred to as a decent sized bitch from here on out. I'm not too skinny. I'm not too fat. Not too tall. Not too short. I'm just a decent sized bitch.
I'm short.
Yeah, you are short.
I'm very small.
Yeah. What kind of, oh my gosh. What
kind of dog?
Okay, well, you have red hair.
A dachshund.
No, you're not a dachshund. Dachshunds are like
a long-haired
stupid
dachshund.
and like silly. You're not stupid and silly.
I don't know.
What's like a low key? Okay, tell us what kind of dogs we are, guys.
Oh my God, please.
Send us what kind of dog you think we are.
I love this.
I feel like
Melissa's
I don't
a
know
Shih Tzu.
Honestly, I'm not mad at Shih Tzu. Just wear my hair in a little.
Yeah, like a little poof. I really don't know what I would
I
be.
don't know what kind of dog I would be either. Tell us what kind of dogs we are.
Please.
Tell us what also that lady's dog was. The weird one. The artsy lady. What the fuck kind of dog is that?
Yeah.
What kind of dog is that shit?
We've only ever had like 2 dogs.
We had
growing
a
up.
Lhasa Apso
And then a long-haired
who
dachshund.
looked like an Ewok.
Yeah, she
and
was so cute.
She was really cute. Sandy. And then a dachshund.
long-haired
Dachshund.
dachshund.
You can say it either way.
We had a weenie dog.
And
She was cray-cray.
she was brain
Inbred.
damaged. No, yeah. Like there was definitely something wrong with her.
Yeah, we think she was
um,
inbred, and so she
her mommy was her sister was her grandma, and
Yeah.
her dad was her uncle and her brother.
Yep.
It was not good.
All of the above.
Yeah, it was not.
It was rough.
good.
Rough time. She's cute though. Moving on.
14 seconds into this movie. So then he sees another Dalmatian, a lady Dalmatian. Ooh. Ooh. And he's like, if only the owner is what? Oh, she's
hot as full.
Look at them gams. That's a nice looking lady. So Pongo's like, we got to go to the park now. So he changes the time on the clock to 5 o'clock with his little nose, which, what a smart doggy dog.
Dalmatians are pretty smart.
I don't think they're that smart. And then he grabs his leash and he's like whacking Roger with it. And he's like, walkies,
Walkie time.
walkies, walkies, walkies. If you don't yell walkies at your dog to take it out, I don't trust you as a human being.
Agreed.
Walkies? You go for walkies?
When we tell our cats it's time to eat, we say foodsies. And they all know what that means. They all get very excited.
You can't even say the word foodsies or madness ensues.
Honestly, it could be like right now, at the middle of the day, if I yell foodsies, I keep
They're
whispering.
probably listening right now. Yeah, I was like, be careful.
If I say it, they go running to their respective bowls in the kitchen.
Just sipping my Chianti.
Ooh, she fancy.
Delicious.
I just have water.
Yep, that's about right. What kind of dog drinks wine? Tell me what kind of dog that is.
A Melissa dog.
What's an Italian or I guess Italy is the most wine place.
The most wine place.
The most wine place, Italy. That's their fucking slogan.
The most wine place. Welcome to Italy. The most wine place. It's on all their like.
It's on the planes. It's at the airport. It's on their ships.
It's your passport and stamp. The wine place.
You know, Florida's like the sunshine.
It's not. We're horrible. There's no sunshine here.
The most wine place.
The most wine place.
Can we make sure it's that say Italy, the most wine place?
Yes. Everyone has to wear them to Epcot. Nowhere else.
Yes. We're making Italy the most wine place shirts immediately.
Perfect.
We're getting a shop together, guys. We just don't have money to start it.
We're working on it.
So Patreon. No, I'm kidding. But really. Anyway, Pongo and Roger are on their way to the park. Mm-hmm. By the way, London is so beautiful.
I know. I want to go so
Even
bad.
Fake drawn London.
So they walk into the park and Pongo is looking around the park for the Dalmatian and his lovely woman pet. That's how I want to be referred to, as a lovely woman pet.
It's me.
So he's walking around the park looking for them, and Pongo sees the Dalmatian and the woman sitting on a bench near the water. So he kind of steers Roger over and they sit down next to the lake, and Roger's just puffing away on his little pipe there. And Pongo's like, all right, I got to find a way to get this woman to pay attention to my human because he's not going to do anything. He's a dumb man. So he steals Roger's hat and he throws it onto the bench next to the woman. And by the time Roger gets up and goes to get his hat, the lady's gone. They walked away. She was like, all right, I'm done with these shenanigans. So Roger literally tackles Pongo, like literally tackles him, puts his leash on him, and Pongo takes off and then wraps his leash around Roger and the woman so that they're literally squashed together. It's so cute. I love it. And then while they're trying to get themselves unwrapped, they fall into the lake. They just go bloop right into the water there.
It's the best meet cute of all time.
It is. They're adorable.
It was when we did our Valentine's Day Instagram post. Somebody said that Roger and Anita was their favorite couple.
I love
was
that.
like, oh my God, same. They're literally the cutest couple ever. Best meet cute ever. So they fall into the water, into the pond, because Pongo wraps his little leash around them and they fall into the water. And she's like, bro, leave me alone. You've done enough. Your dog's annoying. You're annoying. She pulls out her hanky and it's soaking wet. And so he is like, oh, here, I'll give you mine. So he pulls his hanky out of his pocket and it's also soaking wet. And they just start laughing so hard and it's so cute. And this is why I will not make a Tinder, because I refuse to be like, oh my God, how did you guys meet? And be
On
like,
Tinder?
Be like, Tinder. I want to be like, well, my dog tripped me at the pond and I pulled out my hanky and it was soaking wet. So he pulled out his hanky and it was also soaking wet. And we started laughing and laughing and now we're married.
And that's exactly how it goes.
That's how I want it.
I love that.
Not that I have anything against Tinder and I'm really happy people find love, but I want to be Roger and Anita.
That's a mood.
I
feel
watched
that.
too many movies. That's
No,
what it
literally
is.
same. And then they get married.
Yay!
Yay! And Pongo and Perdita are pregnant.
Yeah, they are. They're expecting puppies.
Gonna have some puppies.
I'm sorry, but what on earth is better than a puppy?
Nothing. A kid.
True. But
Because
they're kind of even.
Yeah.
Puppies and kitties, man. Get the heck out of here. They have the cutest babies. Human babies are fucking ugly.
Everything else is born kind of naked.
Everything else is born like, or like it just looks like a smaller version, like a baby horse. Like it's just a little horse. I'm not fucking impressed. All right,
just a
tiny horse.
smaller horse.
It's just this fucking horse that's gonna get bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like puppies and kitties are just like, they must be protected.
They have their big paws and their big ears, but they're so tiny.
So they get a new flat and a freaking nanny.
Yeah.
Hello?
For the dogs.
No. I mean, she makes them food and tea and cleans their house. They literally have a freaking live-in nanny.
But like, I guess I just don't understand the term nanny for her, because
I think her name is Nanny, bro.
You think so?
I think her name is like Nanette.
I don't know.
She goes by Nanny.
Maybe.
Because they call her Nanny.
Yeah.
I think her name is Nanny.
Well, what is there a female term for butler, or is butler like gender neutral? Because I feel like butler to me, I think of like a man.
I mean, what is,
like a cook, clean, like
She's
a living
butler.
cooking, cleaning. Yeah, because when I think of nanny, I think like you're watching
She's not
children.
a maid because she lives there.
And she also cooks. Maids don't cook.
Maids can cook. If they
Maybe in
want.
the UK they're called nannies, because in the UK nannies are called au pairs. So it has a different name for what a nanny is. So
Yeah, I don't know. But I would like to think Nanny is short for Nanette, and her name is Nanny, and she is their live-in female butler.
Anita said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring. So I'm going to hire someone else to do it for me.
Exactly.
What does she do?
She's, I think, well, we'll get to it. Okay.
Okay.
So
They're in their new little flat, and they also have 2 Dalmatians. So these 2 are like, they're fine. They're doing way better than we are. I can't afford a Dalmatian. I definitely can't afford a nanny.
Or a nice flat.
Yeah, even though it's like small, yeah, it's like in London, so it's like nice. They had like a grandfather clock. Like only rich people have grandfather clocks. So
New goal, own a grandfather clock.
I mean, those things are like $1 billion or something. So it's tea time, and Roger comes down, and they hear a car tire screech. A car tire, probably 4 tires. The car probably
Just
has
the one.
She rides a fucking powered unicycle. Cruella.
I'm just picturing it.
With her coat just flapping behind her. Okay, so it's tea time, and Roger comes down, and they hear car tires,
Skirt.
multiple tires screech, and they know it's Cruella coming to make a house visit. And Cruella is Anita's friend from fashion school. So
I don't
I'm
know
assuming
why.
Anita is like some sort of designer
or something.
some sort of designer.
I just always assumed, I guess I never really paid attention because these are the things you don't pay attention to as a kid. I always thought Cruella was so much older than them, but she's literally the same age as Anita and Roger.
Yeah.
Weird.
And they're probably like, 30s.
Yeah.
So
I always thought she was like much older than them. But yeah, when they said that it was her schoolmate, I was like, oh snap. They're like, I mean, I guess when you go to like a trade school or something like that, you can be any age. So she could be older than them. But
why is she gray?
because she's a villain.
Is she okay?
No, she's definitely not okay.
She does not eat.
No, her cheekbones are scary.
I never want to be that skinny.
Her like face shape is horrifying. Her cheekbones go like, I can't even think about it. I get like,
You know what makes me so mad too?
What?
Even though she got that fur coat on and I don't like fur, she looks fierce as fuck.
Yeah, she's kind of a bad bitch. She's kind of the worst.
I wish it was faux fur. We could pretend.
We'll pretend.
Even though this fur is that? It was like
this
fucking
whole movie.
polar bear. Like what even?
Well, it was white and it was like an off-white and black.
I'm gonna say
Polar bear.
She has a polar bear coat
I feel
on.
like, isn't polar bear fur like really thick? I mean, it's like, it's not like coarse.
It's not like you don't want a polar bear. Baby polar bear coat.
Oh, I just
Again, baby polar bears. Just a
Smaller
polar bear.
polar bear.
Just a small polar bear. Not impressed at all. Just kidding. Baby bears are actually pretty cute.
baby bears are super cute.
Baby black bears, and when they do that little noise, are you
So
kidding
cute.
me? Okay, maybe not baby polar bears, but baby black bears,
Really
goodbye, would take one in ED. It could probably claw your face off.
No, it definitely would. Definitely for sure would.
1 day old could claw your face off.
Absolutely.
This is a animal podcast now. We talk about animal species.
We tell you why animals are tragical.
Oh my gosh. Bears,
Not tragical.
Not tragical.
Really cute.
Horses, tragical.
Melissa hates horses.
I love horses. I like
They
riding
don't like
them.
you.
They're not cute though. What are you talking about?
I just think about that one time when we rode horses at Fort Wilderness.
Oh my God. No, my horse at Fort Wilderness was a fat ass fuck.
He just wanted to
couldn't
eat
stop
everything.
eating.
And as soon as
What was
you
his
sat
name?
on
Alf?
him, I don't remember.
think
As
it was
soon as
Alf.
you sat on him, he shit.
He
As
took a
soon as-
big old.
Yeah.
No. That was like when I was 5. That was at Old McMickey's farm. You're combining 12 stories.
Am I?
Yes. When we went to Old McMickey's farm when I was in kindergarten, I got on the pony and it would not stop shitting. It had like explosive diarrhea. I'm pretty sure it was sick. And Old McMickey's farm, I'm pretty sure is closed now.
It
Thank
is
God.
closed now.
And then when we went horseback riding at Fort Wilderness, I'm pretty sure my horse's name was Alf. He would not stop eating. And the guy was like, pull him up. And I was like, this motherfucker weighs 1,800 pounds. I cannot pull him up. He was eating. He was hungry. So I just kept letting him eat. Oh, no, that was in Colorado. Was that in Colorado?
No, in Colorado, your horse kept veering off to the side.
Oh, yeah. My horse was trying. He was like, we're going down this.
See, horses don't like you.
I don't think they don't like me. I just think they're doing their own thing. I think they give me, you know what happens?
They're like, this looks like a tough bitch.
The
She can.
instructors, yes. The horse, oh my God, they're not instructors. What are they called? I don't want to mistitle them. They're so important.
I don't. Horse hands.
Yeah, or like guides. Oh my God, I'm being so offensive right now.
I'm
I don't know
literally-
their appropriate title. I don't think horse hands is it.
Yes, it is.
I just keep thinking of like horses with hands.
Oh, no.
Hands. Anyway, I think they can tell that I can handle a tough,
The bad
a
horses.
toughie.
And then
Tough
you
horse.
can't. And then you can't.
No, I just don't care. I'm like, if you want to eat, you could eat. That's cool,
That
bro.
was so cool when we rode those horses in Colorado.
I think my horse in Colorado was Alf, though. I think I'm combining 2 stories now.
I couldn't tell you. The only one that I remember was the one that the miniature pony we always used to ride at Fort Wilderness. Mine was Cinnamon. It was the same horse every single. I mean, it probably was just renamed. Yeah, but at the time, Rip Cinnamon.
We've ridden a lot of horses. What the hell?
I know. Why do we ride horses all the time?
I do like horseback riding. It's very fun.
Hurts my butt.
Man, them bitches got quads of steel.
Because you gotta like squeeze.
Oh my God, I couldn't walk for 3 days after we went horseback riding through Colorado.
Yeah, and we were going up mountains and shit.
She was like, we're just going to go off the trail. And I was like, this is how we die.
That was really cool.
That was so much fun.
The trees were so pretty, the aspen trees.
It was beautiful.
Let's go back.
Okay. I love Colorado. Cool. I'm down. And Cruella DeVille. Polar bear coat. Comes in. She just freaking slams the door in a poor nanny's face. And she is like, where are the puppies? And Anita's like, they are born in 3 weeks. And Cruella's like, cool, I will be back for those puppies in 3 weeks. And Anita's like, no, you can't have them. And Cruella's like, great, see you in 3 weeks. Puts her cigarette in a muffin like a fucking rude ass bitch.
I know.
And then storms out.
The worst. Looks like a bad bitch, is just bad.
I'm sorry, but is on cocaine. Am I wrong?
Oh, yeah, no.
Maybe, you know what? No, she's not on cocaine. What's the other one? She's on speed for sure. That's why she's so skinny.
And quick. She just goes.
She's on speed. So Roger makes a little ditty about Cruella, and he's so funny.
It's
Love
a bop.
Roger.
It's a bop.
So after Cruella leaves, he starts coming down the stairs and he's got a little fake coat on and he's like, I'm Cruella. And he's singing his little song about her. And he's so funny. And he's like dancing with Anita. And then Anita's like, oh, Roger. And then Pongo's like, I'm going to go ahead and leave this room.
I'm going to go now. They're going to make their own puppies.
Fuck on the couch, for real.
Nanny, go hide in the closet.
Right. Nanny left too. She's like, I know what's up. I know what time it is.
When Roger starts singing to Anita, I'm outie.
When she hears that, oh, Roger, it's time to leave the room. She comes back and she's like the mom from Mean Girls.
Oh, no.
Do you need snacks?
Condoms.
Oh, Nanny's the best.
That song is such a bop, though. Cruella DeVille. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will.
Wow, we're good.
A bop.
And our CD comes out this summer.
Buy it on Patreon.
It's Patreon exclusive.
So it's 3 weeks later and the puppies are born.
They start popping out.
She has 15 freaking puppies, bro.
Way too many. I feel like 8 max.
I was going to say, I feel like that is a lot. I don't know. I feel like different dog breeds are different too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
15 seem a lot.
Could you imagine 15 babies popping out of your coochie?
I would love to do it that way, actually. Not 15, but if I could have like quadruplets and just get it over with, I would absolutely pop them out like gumballs out of a machine.
I want twins so bad.
I want twins so bad.
And they run on both sides of our family.
Yeah, one of us is bound to have twins if someone will ever have our children.
It better be me. I want twin girls. I already have their names picked out.
We can both have twins. Why are you being evil?
Okay, I already have their names picked out. No one will be shocked.
And soup. Remember when we were kids and I said I was going to name my kids Stew and Soup?
So
because
stupid.
on Rugrats, the dad's name is Stew. And I was like, stew is food. And mom was like, it's also a name. And I was like, I'm going to name my kids Stew and Soup.
You're so stupid.
I wonder if mom and dad remember that. I'm going to ask them.
Did I ever tell you what I want to name if I have twin girls? Guess. It's not shocking at all.
Mary Kate.
It's a name that grandma has asked one of
Aurora.
And then guess the other one.
If it's Ariel, I hope you're infertile.
Stop. That's my biggest fear. That is literally my biggest
Katrina.
fear. Well, because grandma wants us to name one of them Aurora, and then that's your favorite princess, and then they're both A names. So I think it's cute.
They're going to be bullied into depression.
Anyone bullies my children, I will kill them.
I'm going to name my children
Stew and Soup, we know.
I don't want to say my kids' names because people are going to steal them. And
I know what one of yours is.
Good. Keep it to yourself. Don't steal my kids' names. I'm going to have them someday. Maybe.
Maybe one day.
Stop taking birth control. I'm ready.
Oh, no. Anyway, back to 15 puppies.
Yes.
So then it goes to 14.
Yeah.
One's not going to make it.
No.
He's a sad little tiny runt, and he's not breathing, not doing too well. And so Nanny hands the little puppy to Roger. And him and Pongo are just sitting there, and Roger's like, you know what? I wonder. And he starts trying to warm him up, and he's just rubbing the blankie on him. And then you hear a little,
He's so cute.
and he wakes up.
Yay.
And they name that puppy Lucky.
He's a
Lucky number 15.
He's a star, but he cries. Oh my gosh, Britney, please come on our podcast. Britney Spears.
Hashtag free Britney. She also has the same birthday as me, so I love her. We stand.
Britney.
I'm a Britney stan.
We're your biggest fans.
No, genuinely.
Please come on our podcast. Britney loves Disney. That's how she got her start.
Yeah,
she wants to be on Tragical.
She was in the Mickey Mouse Club.
So Cruella comes in like 10 seconds after beautiful baby Lucky comes back to life. And she's like, where are the puppies? Also, nobody invited you in, you rude ass bitch.
Yeah, what the heck?
And she's like, ew, they're all white. They have no spots. They're disgusting. And then
Rats.
Instead of leaving it at that, Nanny has to get all offended and be like, they'll get their spots.
Yeah, Nanny, shut the fuck up.
Shut your mouth. Nanny, come on.
Nanny.
Nanny ruined this movie. If Nanny kept her fucking mouth shut, Cruella would have left all mad that they were all white.
Kill Nanny.
I would have been like, yeah, that's really weird. It's so weird that they're all white like that. Damn,
crazy.
That's bummer. Big bummer. Okay, anyway, bye, Cruella. It was really nice seeing you. Bye. So instead, Nanny says, oh, they'll get their spots later. They're just babies. And Cruella's like, cool, I'll buy all of them. I'll write you a check right now. And Roger gets up and is like, we're not selling these puppies.
He's so nervy to stand up to her.
I mean, she's diabolical. Also, her last name is legit Devil. So don't. And her first name is like Cruel with an extra letter on the end. So
Two extra letters.
Yeah. Like, hello.
Cruel Devil.
And so Roger's like, no, we're not selling them. She's like, oh my gosh, are you just joking, Roger? SOS.
You're
LOL.
so funny.
And she's like, Anita, how much? And Anita's like, no, I think he's serious. We're just going to keep him. Which also, like, you're not going to have 17 dogs, ma'am. I think they were just trying to get her out the door. You know what I mean? But
no, I think they really planned on keeping 17 dogs.
They can't keep 17 dogs in their flat. I think they were just trying to get her out the door. Like, they knew they were going to eventually sell the dogs. Just not to Cruella.
If you want to think that, I really think that they thought they were going to keep all 17 of them. I genuinely think that. I guess
we'll never know because they're fictional people and we can never ask them. But Cruella leaves all mad and she like flicks her fucking pen ink everywhere like an evil demon. She's literally the worst. She destroys their property every time she comes over.
Every time she comes over.
She's horrible. She leaves, she slams the door, the glass breaks. She's the worst. Literally cannot stand her. So a few weeks later, the puppies are all watching Thunderbolt on TV, their favorite dog TV show. He's like a cowboy doggy.
He's cute.
And the only ones that have names are
Patch, Lucky, Penny, Rolly, Pepper, and Freckles.
Yes.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 15.
The other 9, they said Pongo Jr., Perdita Jr., Perdita Jr.
Perfect.
It's like Nemo. And then my favorite part of the movie, Canine Crunchies. They can't be beat. Canine Crunchies sponsor us. Get it together. We don't have a dog, but
we have cats. So Roger and Anita take Pongo and Perdita for their little afternoon walkies. And there's a very suspicious vehicle sitting outside of their house watching them leave. As you know from literally any fictional piece of work, you should not have an exact schedule for anything you do because people will learn it. And then that's when shit goes wrong. So these two men are sitting in this little car. Their names are Jasper and Horace. And they're two crooky crooks. And they are going to break into the house. And they have a nefarious plan to steal all the puppies.
Yeah, they ring the door and they say they're with the electric company. And
which electric is spelled wrong on the bag.
It's so stupid. And Nanny is like, bye, and tries to shut the door on them. But she's too small and they're too big and they knock her down and they chase her up the stairs. And then Jasper holds Nanny upstairs while Horace steals all the puppies. And Nanny's all distraught and sad after they leave, and she realizes that they stole the puppies, and she's like running in the street crying, and she's all disheveled. And I know I was roasting Nanny earlier, but poor Nanny. And they put it in the papers the next day, front page.
So Cruella is pumped. She's super excited that they managed to actually steal all of the puppies. And she's chilling in bed with her hair rollers and her cigarette, reading through all these articles like, oh, boo-hoo, sad, puppy stole me. And Jasper calls her. And she's like, sir, don't call me here. Hello? Hello? Don't call me here. And he's like, we managed it, but we don't want to continue this job anymore because...
They say they don't want to do it because it's in the papers and they know they're going to get caught.
So then Cruella hangs up on him and is like, finish the job and then you'll get your money. And so then Cruella calls Anita and she's like pretending. She's all sad about the puppies. She's like, oh, sad. They got stolen. Like, if you need any help, make sure you call me. I'll make sure to help you. And Roger's in the background, like yelling, like, she did it. Tell her to confess. We know it was her. And Anita's like, oh my God, no, stop. That's my school friend. She would never. Oh, sweet Anita. She has no idea.
Mm-hmm. I think she has some idea, but she doesn't want to think that she's that bad of a person.
Yeah.
So Pongo and Perdita are like, these humans ain't cutting it. We must do the twilight bark. Woof, woof. And they must alert all of London and the neighboring cities that their puppies were stolen. So that night on their walkies, they bark out the all points bulletin for the doggos. Mm-hmm. And all the dogs all over London get the memo to be on the lookout for 15 Dalmatian puppies. They get the message all the way out to the countryside. And the message gets to Captain, a horse, Colonel, a doggy, and Sergeant Tibbs, who is a kitty cat.
He's a cute little kitty cat.
He looks disheveled AF.
He's a little barn cat.
Colonel gets the message because he's the dog, and tells Captain and Sergeant Tibbs what the message is, that 15 puppies are missing. And Tibbs says he heard puppies over at Hell Hall.
Amazing.
I'm calling my house Hell Hall from forever on out.
Yep.
Hell Hall, bro.
I mean, we have a demon, so.
Hell Hall, the old DeVille mansion, supposedly haunted. I just love it. Cruella's the coolest, even though she sucks.
Yeah.
And wants to kill dogs.
She's actually kind of the worst.
If it wasn't for her being so obsessed with killing doggies, she's kind of a cool bitch.
I mean,
she's a fashion designer. She's fierce as shit. She got a cool car. She got a haunted house.
Just like fur in general, though. I guess in the 60s, there wasn't as many like alternatives as there are now, but like there's so much cool fashion, especially in the 60s.
So again, Sergeant Tibbs says he heard some barking over at Hell Hall, the old DeVille mansion, which is haunted. Hell yeah. And the Colonel, he's kind of grouchy. He's like an old man dog. And he's like, no one lives there anymore. No one's lived there in 100 years. Blah, blah, blah. And the horse Captain says, actually, there's smoke coming out of the chimney right now. So maybe you guys should go investigate. So the dog is like, okay, I'm going to go take a nap. And Sergeant Tibbs, the cat, the best part of this movie,
honestly,
is like, well, I'm going to go investigate. So Sergeant Tibbs goes and investigates Hell Hall, and he finds not only 15 puppies, but 99 puppies. So Sergeant Tibbs reports back to the Colonel, and he barks the information all the way back to London to Pongo and Perdita. And they leave right away. They said, we're going to go get our kids. They hop out the back window, leave Anita and Roger. They're like, deuces, we're going to go find our children's. And the Great Dane from down the street gets them to the edge of town. He directs them to the old DeVille place. And they have to swim through icy waters. And they traverse a snowstorm. And it's so sad. They look so cold. So back at Hell Hall, Cruella tells Horace and Jasper to kill the puppies that night, because Scotland Yard, that's what they're called, is on to Cruella.
So Tibbs is sitting nearby, kind of scoping the place out to figure out what they can do. And he starts sneaking all 99 of the puppies out of this hole in the wall to help them all escape from the DeVille place. So he's getting them all through. They're in single file lines while Horace and Jasper are watching TV and they're not paying attention. And Tibbs is trying to get the last puppy through. And it's Rolly. Tiny, fat little Rolly. And he can't get his chonkiness through the hole in the wall.
His big boy.
And right as the show ends, they turn around and they see Tibbs and Rolly slide through that hole in the wall, and they go after them. So now you have these two ding-dongs chasing after 99 puppies and a freaking cat. So they're running all around the mansion. They're going up the stairs, down the stairs, and finally all the puppies make it outside. And the Colonel and Pongo and Perdita are also there helping all the puppies escape from Hell Hall.
So they all make it out, and Horace and Jasper hop in their car to chase him down. So they make it to the barn at the farm, and the puppies inform Pongo and Perdita that there are now 99 of them.
Perfect.
And Pongo and Perdita are like, great. you know, we already had 15. Honestly, what's another 84? Is that good math?
Yes.
84.
Yes. Yeah.
They're like, great. Sounds good.
Our pets will love 84 more freaking dogs.
Well, they're not wrong. So the horse, Captain, and Colonel, the dog, and Sergeant Tibbs, the kitty, bid them adieu as they all run off, and they're gonna distract Jasper and Horace. And basically, the horse, Mr. Captain, kicks him in the pants. Not very nice feeling, I'm sure.
No, I'm sure that hurts like a bitch.
I'm sorry, but sometimes people who get kicked by a horse die.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it did not feel good.
Right.
A horse will break your ass. So the puppies run. Pongo and Perdita are running with them. It's friggin' snowing and shit. God, they couldn't kidnap him in the summer. Am I right? And they hide on the ice so they don't leave any tracks in the snow.
Pretty smart.
Cruella is there now. She's trying to help Horace and Jasper, and they're all in their cars looking for the puppies. Cruella, again, on speed, just running into snowbanks, driving off the road, like ramming into fucking trees and shit. I don't know how her car is making it through all of this, but I mean, it would have died. I feel like, especially 1960s cars. I'm sorry, but it would not have been doing any of this.
What kind of car is that? Isn't there a car called the DeVille?
There is.
Is that what she drives?
I don't know.
Does it look like it though?
Yeah, that could be it. Maybe she does drive a DeVille.
Wait, that's so fun. Why do I know that?
They walk on the ice for a while so that they don't leave any footprints. And then they start walking through the snow again. And it's snowing really hard. There's like a snowstorm. And they're super tired and they're super hungry. And Lucky, the runt, he's barely making it. Pongo has to pick him up. And finally, a collie comes along and directs them to the dairy barn for shelter for the evening. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. This part made me so sad, though. I literally started crying at all the poor little frozen puppies, their little sad faces, and they're so cold.
They're so cute. They would have, I'm sorry, but they probably would have not really made it.
No, like how many days is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I don't know the geography
days.
I think so.
Oh, I think it was like 6 hours or something.
Oh, either way, it makes me very sad. They're sad little faces.
Yeah.
So they get to the dairy farm, and there's obviously a bunch of cows in there.
Yay.
And all the puppies are talking about how hungry they are. They're all starving. They're cold. They're tired. And the cows are like, well, lucky for you, we have food. And all the puppies go and drink milk straight from the cow's udders. Then they all fall asleep, and the collie tells Pongo and Perdita that the next place that they go to is going to be safe for them. There's a grocer there, so they have food and all of this for them, and it's not far from where they are now. So the next morning they wake up and they're all trekking across England again, and they're crossing a road when they hear squealing tires. And I think by this point we all know that squealing tires means batshit crazy Cruella is coming down the drive. They're literally like on the complete opposite side of England, and they still know it's her. Like,
just took a fresh speed pill.
she's raring to go. So they get all the puppies across the road, and Pongo picks up like a stick with some leaves on it and is trying to cover their tracks so she doesn't see that they crossed the road there, but she sees it anyway because, you know, he's a dog and he doesn't cover all of them. So Horace and Jasper pull up right behind Cruella, and she's like, they went that way. Frickin' go get them. She's like, I'm tired of chasing these damn dogs all across England. Go get these dogs. So they go to cut them off one way while Cruella goes the other way. And the dogs all make it to a city called Dinsford. Looks like a tiny little town. Doesn't look very big. And so they're trying to hide out from Cruella and the boys. And there's a black lab who is helping them. And he says, hey, we have a ride for you. There's a moving truck over here. It's going all the way to London, so you don't have to walk the rest of the way. It's perfect for you guys. But Cruella's driving around, trying to look for the dogs. And one of the puppies falls into some, what is it, soot? Like coal? Yeah. So they look all black. And then Pongo's like, I have a freaking great idea. We're all going to roll in this soot and we're going to be black labs. Perfect.
And now they just have to get 99 puppies into a van.
Perfect.
No problemo.
Yeah. No, it's going to be great.
So all the puppies are rolling in the soot. The Labrador takes them, 15 at a time, loads them onto the truck. Pongo takes a load of them. Perdita's on lookout. And the last of the puppies are getting to the van, but the ice on the buildings is melting and starts dripping and washes off some of the of the soot off the puppies, and Cruella realizes that these dogs are playing her.
Yeah, she underestimated these dogs for sure.
So all the puppies make it on to the van. Perdita and Pongo make it onto the van. Cruella knows what's up though, so she's trying to run the van off the road. And Jasper and Horace are there too. They're trying to run the van off the road. They take another street to try to cut the van off, and Cruella's she's literally ramming her car into this other car, and this car already had like engine damage. That's why it was stopped in Dinsburg, because it was trying to get fixed. So there's no way like her car would have exploded. Cruella is following the van. Jasper and Horace coming up the side road, and instead of taking out the van, they take out Cruella. They run her into a ditch, all two of their cars.
Yeah, well, her car is now in like 9,000 pieces.
Both of the cars are in 1,000 pieces, and the truck is on its way to London. Woo-woo. The puppies make it. Anita and Nanny and Roger are at home. It's Christmas Day, and they're all sad because not only did they lose the puppies, but Pongo and Perdita ran away because they are bad owners. No, I'm kidding. I'm
kidding.
Sad. And then all of a sudden, they're being attacked by Labradors. And then they realize they're not Labradors. That's their puppies. Woo! And Pongo and Perdita. So they start counting them up. They do some fast math. And
couldn't be me.
I'd have to like...
You were faster than me with the 99 to 84. I mean, yeah. I was like... You were twitching like, over here.
The emoji or the gif of the lady with all
the numbers everywhere.
I wonder what that's from. It's
funny.
From
like a crime show.
It's great. So they count all of them, and they realize that there's 101 Dalmatians.
Amazing.
And beautiful story. 101 Dalmatians.
101 Dalmatians.
There's 101 Dalmatians, and Anita's like, "To fuck are we gonna do with 101 Dalmatians?" And Roger, who just got a new hit song on the radio, aka Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil. He's freaking rich now. So he's like, you know what? Let's buy a giant house and we'll have a Dalmatian plantation.
It's the best part of the movie.
All our population can roam.
We sang this song for 30 minutes after we finished watching this movie.
It's honestly almost as good as Cruella de Vil. It's not as good, but it's almost as good.
It's up there.
So they literally buy a giant house and just have 101 dogs. Whose dream is this not?
I know.
That's my question.
Honestly.
Imagine just having 101 Dalmatians.
Perfect.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
I love it.
That's good one.
The end.
Yay.
Cruella probably went to rehab, I hope. And
yeah, honestly.
Horace and Jasper, I hope, find a new heist and do better and learn how to spell electric.
Perfect.
Okay, go.
All right. So I gave 101 Dalmatians a 10 out of 10.
Oh my God. Really?
I think it's super cute. I like the music. I think the animation's really pretty. I like the storyline. I feel like it's a well-told story. You know what I mean? So give it a 10 out of 10. It's my number 13. It's under High School Musical, but above George of the Jungle.
I'm giving 101 Dalmatians an 8 out of 10.
Ooh.
I have a lot of 8s at this point.
I have a lot of 10s. I have a lot of 10s and 8s.
Yeah, I definitely love it. It is one of my favorites. I am allergic to dogs, therefore I kind of don't like them. So love Cruella, but makes me sad that she wants to kill all these animals. And
yeah, fuck that bitch.
It's definitely a really good movie. It's just not one of my favorites. But
I feel it.
The parts with the Colonel and Tibbs and then at the house, I just kind of I just zone out. I don't know.
I feel that.
But it is my number 14. Mm-hmm. It is below Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, shout out James Norrington, and above Babes in Toyland. I definitely like this more than Babes in Toyland. I do love Babes in Toyland, but this is just a little bit more. It's more on the classic scale, so it beats out Babes in Toyland.
That's fair. That's fair.
It my number 14. So we were pretty close. You said 13, I was 14. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Amazing.
All right, you got some hints for me?
I do. Okay, so I'm going to try to make these not too obvious, but very 80s. It's that kind of futuristic, what the 80s thought was going to be very futuristic. There was a sequel made for this movie in 2010. The next hint I have, I feel like is going to give it away.
80s.
So I'm going to give you a moment to stew.
Let me stew in soup over here.
I hate you.
80s. It's just so hard. There's just so many. It's like, what's the point?
It's live
of even
action.
trying? Oh, it's live action?
Real people.
Oh. And it's supposed to be futuristic. I feel like it's just...
And there was a sequel in 2010.
Yeah, in 2010. I don't know.
Do you want the last hint?
Yeah, what the heck?
We are getting a brand new ride based on this movie, and one park in the world already has this attraction.
I love how you thought that would help me.
The ride is going to be one of the big things we're getting for the 50th anniversary.
Oh, Tron.
Yeah, the original one.
Okay. The original Tron is so boring.
It's so weird too.
It's literally like, I think for me, it's one of those movies, like I used to put it on when I was like trying to go to bed. There's always noise. I love it. Don't get me wrong. And
it's a good movie.
And the lights are like really dark the whole movie. I used to watch this when I would fall asleep, like in my dorm room.
I haven't watched this one in like, it's been a couple years. I've seen it like fairly recently, but
gosh. Just like, was this movie popular in the 80s? I feel like maybe it must have been, right? It must have been like cutting edge. Like, this is the coolest movie ever.
Yeah, when it came out, like the technologies and everything they used for it was kind of like, holy shit.
Yeah. And then like The Matrix came out and they were like, just LOL, Tron's gay. Trash as fuck.
We've got some good ones that we need to do. There's so many.
There are so many movies that we have not done.
Not even wild. Yeah, it's bananas.
There's like a bajillion Disney movies.
Something like that.
There's at least 101. There's at least 101 Disney movies.
Maybe even 102.
Maybe even 102 movies. Anyway, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, leave a 5-star review. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
Yeah.
Tell a friend about this podcast.
Please.
And Patreon, if you want to support us extra.
Yeah, and we'll pick a movie that you guys pick.
Yeah.
And dedicate an episode to you.
We'll say, hey you, insert name here. This is your episode.
Yeah, it is.
This has been another episode of Tragical.
Yeah, it has been.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Or good day. Or good morning if you're in the morning or in the afternoon.
Buenas noches.
These opinions are our own and are in no way associated with the film or the film's production company.
The cover art for Tragical was created by Johnny the Alchemist.
The theme song for Tragical was produced by Jahreezy,
Contact info for both artists can be found on their Instagrams,
which are linked in the show notes.
Thanks for listening
to Tragical.